Today, the moon is in Capricorn. And so yesterday, the moon went into Capricorn following Tuesday's new moon in Sagittarius. We are in the Sagittarius moon cycle, walking this path of understanding our philosophy, understanding what we've been through, making meaning out of it, telling our story, understanding at a deeper level who we are. And so as the moon goes from new to just that thinnest sliver of a waxing crescent, as the moon first appears following the new moon in Capricorn, we have this opportunity to look at our systems, our foundations, our ways of being organized, how we govern, whether it's in the collective or our own self-governance and governance, our operating principles, and what it is we believe in, what we value, what gives that sense of meaning to our lives. And so today I thought we would look at a deeper level, because we have 3 planets in Capricorn, Pluto in Capricorn, which I've been talking about in that bigger picture of truth and transformation, going through that deep transformational process in Capricorn, which it's been doing since 2008, as it helps us transform at the foundational levels, our systems, structures, institutions, the ways that we operate. So all that relates to Capricorn. We also have Mercury retrograde in Capricorn right now. And so Mercury is the planet of communication, of thinking, of ideas and information processing. Retrograding Capricorn, meaning that it's getting us to rethink our systems, our structures, our ways of organizing, our principles, our ideas, and our foundational thinking. Getting us to review old territory, to reconsider our thinking and ask whether that is still working for us, whether that way of thinking, those principles, those ideologies, those philosophies are still what we want them to be, right? Maybe there's a little bit of updating we need to do to our ways of thinking. And then finally today, the moon in Capricorn, bringing a mood, a deeper feeling, a way of connecting with ourselves and the world, where we are feeling these things, where it's part of our mood, our inner process is to get serious. Capricorn is serious. We are recognizing, feeling our limitations, as well as our structures and our ways of getting organized. So the same way that something relating to Capricorn or Saturn has to do with our limitations, our mortality, what it is, where the boundaries are, the boundaries and limits of things. It is also what gives structure to our lives. And so today, here with your Astro vibe for Thursday, December 14th, Thursday, December 14th. We are looking at the moon in Capricorn and how that activates this moon cycle, as that waxing crescent sliver of a moon gives us a glimpse of what is to come. And that is how that this phase of the moon shows us, or it gives us a taste of what will be revealed as the moon waxes toward full. So with the unfolding of the Sagittarius moon cycle, we're moving through this part with the moon in Capricorn, and we're thinking about structures and what holds us up, what gives that sense of structure and rules and ways of operating, right? Ways of organizing, the same way that government has laws. So check out yesterday's video if you missed that one for more about that. But today, taking a little bit of a deeper dive into what that Capricorn energy is what is underpinning that the current Capricorn energy. And for that we can look to Saturn, the planet that rules Capricorn, and Saturn is in Pisces. So Pisces, very much not like Capricorn. A Capricorn, which is like a skeleton, right? It's a structure, it's hard, it's rigid, it's limited, it contains. Pisces is that which is contained. Pisces is the infinite. Pisces is the ocean. It is the sense of interconnectedness, of boundlessness and boundarylessness. And so when Saturn is in Pisces, that gives us this interesting dynamic of, on the one hand, we are really thinking about our structures and ways of getting organized, what gives that sense of backbone or guidelines or principles to our lives. But we also have within that a kind of a slipperiness. So if you think about going fishing, and you're just kind of hoping that the fish will come along and nibble your bait, right? You don't contain the fish. The fish is in the water, and the fish, you have to lure the fish. You have to tempt the fish. You're not going to just grab it the same way that you do things that naturally are contained. And so we have this sense of slipperiness, or, kind of what's going on at deeper levels in the collective with government and structures and institutions. Beneath the set of principles that we have, we are starting to realize, hey, even though we have these values and these laws and this rule of law and ways of operating that have created a structure for the United States for 250 plus years, we have this 250. Okay, I'm doing the math in my head. It's probably not that much. Anyway, I'm thinking about something else, so don't give me a break on the numbers. Anyway, so what we're doing is we are allowing or noticing that underneath the this sense of things being absolute or contained or defined by these boundaries, these principles, what we're noticing is that beneath that is a slipperiness, well, yeah, it's true always, except when we don't act as if it's true, right? What if there's something else that we actually don't have to do that way? And so there's like these court cases going on and things that we're following in the news, and ways that the law can be manipulated, and it's not that hasn't been true before, but it's like we're noticing it more now. So beneath these things that we assumed were inviolable and true no matter what, we're noticing that actually that sort of comes from choices we've made and agreements we've made, and our willingness to follow those agreements is part of how we have created that continuity of those principles. So this gives you something to think about. And with Saturn in Pisces, what that means on a personal level is that we also have this capacity to connect with our hearts, with a bigger sense of interconnectedness, of compassion, also a capacity to imagine. So imagination, to dream the future, to dream a different structure, or a structure that works from this deeper place of greater love, greater caring, greater possibility. So that Capricorn energy, even though it creates form, it creates structure, it creates boundaries and limits, it's always coming from something. And that sense of like a rock that is hard, that is impenetrable. Or, you know, in some recent video sharing how, you know, when you stub your toe, you realize, yeah, the limits of the world are real. So even within that, the hardness of the rock, we still have this infinite energy of the spiritual, of the divine, of possibility, of our capacity to be a creative force within the existing boundaries and limits, right? To bring in our imagination, our ability to dream, our ability to create from that bigger picture of the infinite, to be artists who are channeling change, who are channeling the flow of evolution, because we are bringing in something that has not yet taken shape. That even though we have the hard limits in front of us, we also have this below that, within that, around and among that, we also have this capacity to transform, to bring in new form, to create, to give birth to new ways forward. So give you a little bit of something deep to think about for today. And I hope that you are continuing to journal and think about what your own personal guiding principles and values are, your big picture, what your heart wants, and what helps you connect with that infinite. That is where ultimately we want to be creating from, and how that feeds into your own philosophy, your beliefs, and what it is that you are putting your faith and trust into. Thanks so much for being here. I'm Marina Ormes, and you can learn more about me and how to work with me if you'd like support for creating your own soul-based action plan, working with the information in your chart to awaken and enliven and bring possibility into your life, for healing, for joy, for thriving, for hope, and for your own creative potential. Check it out, astrologyheals.com. My rates are going to be going up after the first of the year, so now is the perfect time to book some time with me, or maybe schedule that package of sessions that gives you the over time, the in-depth working with your chart to implement it into your life and see real results that get integrated in very deep ways. So thanks for being here. Thanks for subscribing. I'm here every day with astrology for unshakable self-care. Follow me for whatever it is I've got to share on all these deep thoughts, and hopefully they're opening up some deep thoughts for you. All right, take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.